Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and the Blind and the Special. It is unfortunately just going to be the Blind tonight, as the Special spent the weekend in this ridiculously hot and very hot weather, working on his car. So he is a zombie at the moment and will not be joining us. He's like falling asleep sitting up right now. So he has sent me all of the stories that we will be covering tonight. And it's just going to be a screen reader kind of night. Um, let's see. Let's say hi to chat first of all before we get into any newsalicious. I can't believe I just said newsalicious. Fuck me. Shoot me in the head. Anyway, let's see who's here. Blake Henley is here. Good evening, Blake. Hello, Duck Dog. Hello, Rolling Bear. Hello to Ghost Dog. And hi to Irate Prostate. I caught a few minutes of the Tyro and Coa interview today, but I didn't catch the whole thing. But what I did catch was pretty good. So if you haven't checked out the ice cream interview today on Irate Prostate's channel with Tyro and Coa, I would highly suggest that because what I caught was pretty damn good. Now, let's see here. Pincalo sent me, I think, 7 stories because what we're doing with Blind in this special is we're taking it down to an hour just because both of Pincalo and I were having a hell of a time keeping a good rhythm for 2 hours on Sunday night after wrestling both kids to bed. So we just want to bring you quality content in quality over quantity, as I always say. So, Grillin' Pirate Pete has also joined us. Hello. The special needs Gatorade and a nap, says Duck Dog. Yes, he does. He really, really does. Yeah, he spent, I would say about 6 hours both days. And yesterday was really hot. It was, let's see, first, it was in the 30s for Celsius, so it was pretty damn hot yesterday. So yeah, he's pretty spent. So let's go over to our Safari browser. No, god damn you. I didn't ask for fucking Siri. Oh, a new subscriber. Welcome to the new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. So let's go to Safari, the actual proper Safari and not Siri, and open Twitter and get into the news. We've got some pretty funny stuff about disability activism, so that'll be amusing. Hence the stream title, Angry Cripples. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. Let's see here. Let's get logged in. And remember, guys, the 200th coffee stream is on Tuesday. So that'll be fun. I'm trying to figure out what I should do for that, whether you guys would like an extra call-in show or whether you guys would like a face cam, like an entire stream of face cam, or if I should do a face cam and an extra call-in show. We will figure it all out. Okay, let's see here. We've got Pincalo's DMs here. I need to stop yawning. I'm going to open my alcoholic beverage. My last cider from last weekend. Ooh, and it's the peach one. Yeah, it's the peach one. All right. Let's see here. What's the first story we've got from Global News? Let's hope Global News doesn't give me a paywall. Because that's annoying. Okay. There we go. Headline. So, Trump called Alexander Graham Bell an American. Wait, wasn't he Canadian? Well, yes. But if you want to get technical, the telephone is an American invention because it was invented and the first phone call was made in Boston. So Canadians can claim Alexander Graham Bell as a Canadian, but I don't think they can claim the telephone as a Canadian invention. Are y'all doing a hit piece on Ranting Monkey? No, you'll see why in a second. It's amusing as fuck. So let's read about this story here.
Speaking at his 4th of July salute to America on Thursday, President Donald Trump said America's quest for greatness led Alexander Graham Bell to create the telephone.
Yeah.
Link. Celebrated the 4th of Link. U.S. President Donald Trump celebrated the 4th of July by highlighting the achievements of famous American inventors.
Okay.
Like Thomas Edison, the Wright brothers, and Alexander Graham Bell.
See, he's a Canadian that invented something in America, though. So technically, it's an American invention, but it's invented by a Canadian inventor. I would love to join you for Rocket League, UA, but I can't play Rocket League because screen readers. But why did he have to list Thomas Edison? I don't know, because that's the number one American inventor that everyone thinks of for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad the Wright brothers at least made it into that mention, but yeah, like there are a lot of American inventors that could have been like Eli Whitney, Robert Fulton, just a few others that weren't Thomas Edison. Hello, Sora. Let's see. You can crossplay. How do you Rocket League, you can play on console? That would be fucking amusing to see a blind person play Rocket League. That might be worth it. Billy Mays. What did Billy Mays invent? The obnoxious advertisement?
Yes, Trump counted the invention of the telephone among American achievements like the light bulb and the airplane.
But the telephone technically is an American invention. Yeah, I am actually blind, Yue. Yeah, no, that's not a shtick, my dude. That's actually a thing.
Our quest for greatness unleashed a culture of discovery that led Thomas Edison to imagine his light bulb, Alexander Graham Bell to create the telephone, the Wright brothers to look to the sky and see the next great frontier, Trump said in his Independence Day speech in front of the Lincoln Memorial on Thursday.
But, okay, so a Canadian guy invented something in America. Technically, that makes that invention an American invention. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. If the patent was filed in America and the invention was created there, that makes it an American invention, regardless of the nationality of the person that invented it. You do you? Uh-huh. In Canada. That's not how the Heritage Minutes make it seem. How can you pay attention to something that's visual? No, they... Okay, that's it. I'm looking this up. And that would still make it an American invention. Then it's an American invention. That's an American invention then. Was the patent for the game filed there? Was it? I'd say the same thing if an American came here and invented something here. Besides, I'm not having this conversation shouted through a door. I thought you were too tired. Anyway. Alexander Graham Bell, yes, he was Scottish, but he became he was in Canadian, like a Canadian. He's like Sir John A. Macdonald. Sir John A. Macdonald was Scottish. However, he became Canadian because he, well, helped form the country. And I think, I'm pretty sure the telephone came after Confederation. Yeah, I think the telephone was 18. Let me look this up. I'm curious now. What was the year of the telephone's invention? 1879? That sounds too early. Oh, okay. Still, after Confederation, I was right. So there. Anyway.
For Americans, nothing is impossible. An examination of Bell's life confirms that he was, indeed, an American citizen, but not when the phone was invented. Your current...
Okay, but was the...
Story continues. Advertisement frame. Read more. Link. Bell was born in Edinburgh, Scotland, and moved with his family to Brantford, Ont in August 1870, as recounted by... Link. Historica Canada. Period. He would begin teaching at a school for the deaf in Boston the following year, but continued to spend his summers in Brantford.
Okay.
In 1874, he had commenced work toward a multiple telegraph that could send numerous messages across a wire at the same time, according to the Link. Library of Congress. Period. Watch. _. Around this time, he and electrician Thomas Watson also started working toward an instrument that could transfer speech. That work was inspired by a visit to Brantford, where Bell watched the currents in the Grand River and wondered whether he could transmit sound by controlling a current's intensity.
Okay.
He drew a model of the telephone and the pair set to work. Read more. Link. They made real progress. In June 1875. While working on a multiple telegraph, they managed to reproduce a sound, having shown that different tones could adjust an electric current's strength in a wire, Historica Canada wrote. Story continues. Advertisement frame. Bell would be granted a U.S. patent for the telephone on March 7th, 1876.
Ah, see, there you go. U.S. patent, U.S. invention. I've been to the Bell homestead a few times, says Pincalo. Yeah, I've got to go there too as for school trips. What? I'm about to send you a link.
3 days later, Bell spoke into the world's first telephone, saying, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you."
In my half-asleep state, Canada didn't have a copyright office in 1876. He had to go to the U.S. to file the patent.
Ah.
If I remember right. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was why he had to file in the U.S. That, and at the time, he did have a residency in the U.S., working with his partner, who he called for the first phone call. This is all coming from memory from my childhood going to the Bell homestead. Kill me. But yeah, so that's roughly the history of Alexander Graham Bell and the telephone and the patent.
Even Schoolhouse Rock claims that the telephone is an American invention.
Yes, and except unless
So-
you live in Brantford.
So the point I'm making though is this story is going, look at Trump being a
Yes,
moron.
that's what everyone fucking does, and it's annoying. I correct people on this stupid fact constantly. I mock people about the basketball thing because it's funny to watch them get pissed off. If it was invented by a Canadian, Bell was not a Canadian. He was a Canadian resident. He was never a Canadian citizen. He never took citizenship. He took residency.
Yeah, his family moved.
He died in Nova Scotia, for Christ's sakes. He's buried there. He's not buried in Brantford.
Nova Scotia's Canada.
It still counts. I said Brantford.
I know, but you said he
But
wasn't.
I'm saying the amount that he moved around
Okay.
and the amount that he emigrated and immigrated between countries is just the fact that he was a nomad. He was a nomadic scientist.
He did have, but the only country he had citizenship in besides Scotland was the U.S.
Yes. But he didn't file a patent in Canada because I'm pretty sure we didn't have a patent office established in 1876. Because it was, I'm sticking with that. I'm probably wrong, but I'm sticking with that. Good night, everybody.
Give me drugs. Anyway.
The Bell Telephone Company would be born on July 9, 1877, and 2 days later, Bell would marry Mabel Gardner Hubbard.
I love how it just said 1877 when it's been saying 18 whatever for the whole rest of this article.
He became a naturalized American citizen in 1882. Bell would later spend summers with his family at an estate known as Bingbreed close to Baddeck on Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia.
Yep, Baddeck, Nova Scotia.
Watch, Trump's Ampa. He died in 1922 and was buried at Baddeck.
Yeah, so, but the point is that this article is trying to make Trump seem like a moron, but there's a lot of American history that will tell you that that the telephone is an American invention. So it's not like it's a completely out of field statement. It's these people are so hell-bent to make Trump seem like a moron. I mean, oh God, it goes on. Sorry, I thought it was done.
So how much can people call the telephone an American invention? The device was created by a visionary who split his time between Canada and the US. He was inspired by a Canadian river, but the patent was filed in the US 6 years before he became an American. Seems this one can be split between the two.
No shit.
However, Trump also apparently made a reading error that raised eyebrows on Thursday.
Oh, I love that. So they just concede that this can be a shared thing, and then they're like, oh, but here, look at this other mistake Trump made. Ha, 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 ha. Like,
while praising the army, he said forces took over the airports during the American Revolution in 1775.
Okay, that is funny. But still, why do you, like, I've never seen this much schadenfreude over a political figurehead and a political leader ever. Like, even when Bush fucked up, there wasn't this much, happiness. When Bush said, people misunderestimate me, people giggled, but there weren't thousands of headline articles. Oh, look at George Bush speaking like an idiot. And then you've got Trump, like anything he says, anything he does, he could blank twice instead of once. And everyone would be like, what's wrong with the president's eyes? Is he fit to lead? He's losing his vision. It's like what? This is ridiculous. I don't. Why?
Story continues below. Advertise frame. Our army man near. It rammed the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do, he said.
That's not a reading error, I don't think. I think that's just Trump trying to improvise. And Trump just can't improvise. He's not a good improv guy.
And at Fort McHenry, under the rocket's red glare, it had nothing but victory. And when dawn came, their star-spangled banner waved defiant.
Well,
I
was wrong.
You were wrong.
I was wrong about something.
What was you wrong about?
The date.
Of?
Patenting had already been a common practice in the various regions of Canada, with 3,325 patents having been registered since 1824.
Ooh.
The year of the first British North American patent law was passed in Lower Canada. The first patent law in Upper Canada was passed in 1826. So then I don't know. I could have swore we didn't get a patent office until the 1900s, but obviously I'm incorrect. But you see, but they're going with the Upper and Lower Canada.
Upper and Lower Canada was a thing until the 30s.
Oh wow. Okay. Holy fuck. Did you know the Patent Act was in 1791?
I didn't know the exact year, but I was pretty damn sure that it had been before Confederation.
Do you know what group of individuals in Canada made the first patent law? Granted by which legislature?
No.
The French.
I was about to say that probably the French.
City Québécois. Okay, so yeah. Ugh. I want to go to sleep, but I can't.
Why can't you?
I'm at that point of lack of sleep.
Shall I hit you with a frying pan?
Won't work. I hit myself in the head enough today. It didn't work. It's okay. I regret not being able to come on stream with you people. But it's okay. But yeah, I still can't. I can believe I was wrong on that. Like I said. You know what?
What?
I bet you I was thinking 1891, not 1791. That would make sense. 100 years difference for my stupid ass at this state of mind. I'll go with that. Not that smart.
Okay. We ready for the next story? Let's see here. Stupid fucking cookie pop-up. I hate cookies. Well, I hate internet cookies. How's that? Okay. So, where's the headline here so I can tell you? I think this is about Jeffrey Epstein. How a future Trump cabinet member gave a serial sex abuse. How a future Trump cabinet member gave a serial sex abuser the deal of a lifetime. Well, this will be good. Oh, wow, this is an old story. Honey, this is old. I just did. November 28th, 2018. Okay. Oh, Pincalo gave me the wrong story. Hold, please. Oh, 2 hours ago is much better. Yeah, send me that one. So, Pincalo's going to send me the story from today. Oh, that's good cider. I should read the... Oh! Let me see if I can find that one. know it's in my DMs. Let's see if I can find. Let's see. Clementine Ford. Okay, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Are we ready to hear about Clementine Ford? The one Bering talks about all the time? Okay. Clementine Ford, hardline feminist Clementine Ford ties a man trading hugs for blowing his bubbles for his granddaughter to the hashtag #MeToo movement in advice column. That's a long headline. Let's read that again, shall we? Hardline feminist Clementine Ford ties a man trading hugs for blowing bubbles with his granddaughter to sexual assault in the Me Too movement in advice column. That headline is so stupid I had to read it twice for you guys, just so it would sink in for you. Let's see here. Let's be honest, you're not even cute. I saw your face. Hey, I bet you I'm hotter than you. It's all good. Let's see. All right. Where's the story? Oh, it's got bullet points. Okay, let's read these bullet points before I get to the story here. So the first one is Clementine Ford likened a grandfather asking for a hug to the hashtag #MeToo movement. Next bullet point. She penned an advice column for a mother asking how to respond to grandpa. Number 3, the woman said she was trying to teach her daughter about consent. Fourth point says Miss Ford said the woman had done the right thing by scolding the grandfather. She wrote the woman was helping her daughter protect herself from assault. Assault for hugs from grandpa. That's insane. Wow, it still hasn't sunk in, says Soraluna. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's see here.
Feminist author Clementine Ford has used her first agony aunt column to liken the actions of a grandfather desperate for affection to the #MeToo movement.
A grandfather desperate for how is that desperate for affection? He just wants a hug from his granddaughter and then he'll blow bubbles for her. That's not desperate for affection. That's fucking playing.
An anonymous mother wrote to Miss Ford through link Yahoo, asking how she should respond to her father-in-law offering to blow bubbles for her 1-year-old daughter on the condition she gave him a hug.
Oh, come on. She's 1. Oh. You're sick, dude. Mommy. Poor grandpa, says Soraluna. Yeah, I know. He just wants to hug his granddaughter. If they don't want a hug, let them decline, says Soraluna. Yeah, to be fair to the kid, if they don't want a hug, let them decline. I hated hugging relatives I didn't want to. Yeah, but really, to compare that to the hashtag #MeToo movement, it's no.
Advertisement frame. She said her daughter had been playing with her grandfather, who was blowing bubbles for her. When he stopped, the 1-year-old asked him to keep going. The grandfather responded by telling her, "I'll blow you more bubbles if you give me a hug," the woman said. Clementine Ford has linked a grandfather offering to blow more bubbles for a 1-year-old child in return for a hug to the #MeToo movement figure. But I am furious that he tried to bribe my child with something she really wanted for her affection. I said, "We don't negotiate for hugs," the mother wrote.
That's wow. do you realize the more you put sexuality to innocent child activities, you are going to grow up with some insanely sexually warped, deviant people. This is... I'll treat you the same. I won't treat you diff. That's cool. And yeah, I know. It's fine. So the kid's mom thinks grandpa's going to rape her. Yes. That's fine. Notice how I'm not, reeing over you? It's because you're like, I'm treating you like every troll that shows up in my chat. So what a coinky dink, Denny. We're each not giving each other a pass. Yay! Good for us. Okay, moving on.
How can I best advocate for my daughter in these situations when all I want to do is come down on other people like a ton of bricks for perpetuating a culture where women feel they owe men/people affection, that their affection is a favor that can be bought?
Maybe you shouldn't have had kids before your psychosis was taken care of there, mommy poo. You neurotic fuck. Oh.
Miss Ford rode back, explaining to the woman that she wasn't overreacting, and was hoping to prepare her daughter to speak up if she was uncomfortable with the advances of someone older than her.
No, she wasn't helping her daughter learn to speak up. She was helping her daughter learn how to like a crazy person when someone's doing something completely normal. like seriously, I'll blow you more bubbles if you give me a hug. Like, that's all he said. It wasn't like he was like, there was no innuendo. There was no inappropriate jokes. Do you know how many times I go to give my kids a bear paw or something, and I'm like, hey, before I give you this, can I have a hug? And I get a hug. Because you know why? My kids and I like hugs. We love each other. It's not like I'm bribing him with food so I can get a hug. Like, what the fuck? This is... Oh.
The author, who describes herself as a hardline feminist, said it could be hugely disempowering to be a child. You were...
Of course it's hugely disempowering to be a child. You're a child. You don't have the cognitive ability to be empowered yet. That's just... Wow. Okay, let me guess. Clementine does not have children. Hey, Doc.
Miss Ford said children who attempted to enforce boundaries with adults when it came to physical contact were often ignored. You are currently up. Is it any wonder the number Me Too movement has unearthed so many stories of women manipulated or trapped into activity they don't remember consenting to but felt ill-prepared to stop? She wrote.
Don't remember consenting to. That is a strange way of putting that. Did you consent? I don't remember. How do you not remember consenting to sex? Or not consenting to sex? I'm pretty sure if you didn't consent to sex and someone had sex with you, you'd feel pretty gross and you'd remember it. Saying, I don't remember if I consented is like saying, yeah, I consented, but I really didn't like it afterwards, and I felt kind of like slutty. So now I don't remember consenting. He raped me.
Miss Ford advised the woman to explain her choices to her family without her daughter present, and to remind them 1 in 5 women in Australia will experience sexual assault at some point in their life.
Oh, yeah, because when talking to family members, it's always important to throw statistics at them, because that's always a way to break the ice and get people off their defensive positions, is to just throw numbers at them. That's a great strategy. Let's see.
She continued to say forcing a child into hugging and kissing people with more power than them could teach them it was normal to trade physical affection for things they wanted.
Okay, there's a difference between forcing somebody who obviously doesn't want to give someone a hug to give you a hug, and just asking for a hug and saying, hey, can you give me a hug and I'll blow you more bubbles? Like, that's two vastly different things. Two incredibly different things. So let's see. Oh, Australia. Now this all makes sense, says Doc. Yeah, exactly.
The column was Miss Ford's first for Yahoo Australia, and comes just months after she spectacularly resigned as a columnist for Fairfax because of censorship.
How do you spectacularly resign?
Link, tweet.
That's an interesting way of putting things. I spectacularly resign. I think when the stream is over, I will spectacularly stop the broadcast. Like, what the oh my god. I'm oh, Denny. You are so silly. You are a silly person. What a strange person. That's what I have to say to you. A quote from Monty Python. What a strange person. Anyway. Anyway. Let's see here. Howard Stern takes credit for success of Letterman and Seinfeld. This is great. Let's read about this. All right, load, you stupid thing. Okay. Let's read about Howard Stern's spectacularly ridiculous idea. I think the word for today is spectacular. Okay. If I can just get through all of these goddamn links to the body of the story, that would be amazing. Okay. Here we go.
Howard Stern and David Letterman about Trump. Featured by Shock Howard Stern claims credit for Jerry Seinfeld's career and orders staff to create fake Twitter accounts to badger celebs to appear on the show in a 2013 video which has surfaced online. The 59-minute video on YouTube features the self-proclaimed king of all media giving a profanity-filled PowerPoint lecture to behind-the-scenes staff on the long-running show's future.
Oh boy.
I want weekly, an A-list celebrity on our show, and 2 times per week I want B-list celebrities, he said, implying their future employment hinged on their efforts.
Oh, Stern. You silly bastard. You're silly. Let's see here.
Stern, whose third book Howard Stern Comes Again debuted atop Amazon's bestseller list last month, left terrestrial radio for subscription-based series in 2006, promising freedom from censorship and regulators. Frame. Series reported 23 million subscribers in 2012, of which Stern claims 60%, about 14 million, listened to his show exclusively. You were correct.
I don't think I buy that number. 60% of all Sirius satellite radio subscribers listen to Howard Stern. I don't buy that. Let's see. Howard Stern swearing? That's a shocker, says Duck Dog. Oh, I know. It's amazing.
I don't know if that's exactly right, but it's what publicists should hear, he said.
So he's openly admitting, he's like, I don't know if that number's right, but, I think that's what publicists should hear. So I'm just going to say that to them. Oh, Howard. You poor deluded bastard. You're, you're Howard Stern's just as odd and sad as Denny Crane is, apparently. Let's just see here.
In a slight to frequent guest Billy Corgan, Stern took sole credit for the success of the Smashing Pumpkins' 2012 album Oceania, claiming the legendary frontman was a non-factor in the industry until he appeared on the show.
Oh, God. I forgot Howard Stern's ego was this big. I really did. It's been a while since I've read anything that he's said or listened to anything that he's said, and there's a reason. This is it. His ego's so big, I don't know how he gets through doorways. I just don't.
Billy Corgan was off the radar, Stern said. He came on the Howard Stern show, and he sold albums. Stern then showed photos of 6 celebrities he says owe their success to him, including Adam Levine, Jon Stewart, David Letterman, Kathy Griffin, and Jerry Seinfeld.
Uh-huh. I'm sure. I'm sure all of those people. I'm sure those people will highly agree that you are a contributor to their success.
YouTube video player frame. Jerry Seinfeld had a show called The Seinfeld Chronicles that was about to go off. Jerry Seinfeld had a show called The Seinfeld Chronicles that was about to go off the air, he said.
The Seinfeld Chronicles?
He used our show. Not itself a standalone series, The Seinfeld Chronicles was the pilot episode of his hit NBC sitcom Seinfeld. You are currently...
Yeah, I was wondering if that wasn't that the pilot show, not the actual, not an actual series? I think Howard Stern's on some sort of drug. Let's see.
Nobody was looking for him before The Voice. As payback for their success, Stern demanded these guests be booked at least twice annually. He also ordered staff to actively promote the show, even requesting they write letters to their favorite stars.
Oh my God. I would hate to work for him. Oh man. I would hate to do that. Oh.
Radio personality Howard Stern with photos of celebrities he says owe their success to him. YouTube.
There's a... Okay.
YouTube. End of radio. Singling out audio editor and occasional show personality Mike Morales, who reluctantly came out as gay after constant on-air badgering regarding his sexuality. Stern requested he personally approach. The Matrix. You're a guy who... Singling out audio editor and occasional show personality Mike Morales, who reluctantly came out as gay after constant on-air badgering regarding his sexuality. Stern requested he personally approach. The Matrix co-director and trans woman Lana Wachowski was in previous refusals to appear on the show.
Huh.
You're a guy who's passionate about gay issues, Stern said to Morales in the video. What a wonderful get if you crafted the campaign to get Lana Wachowski on the show. You were
Wow.
Known for decades as the bad boy of morning radio, Stern has put concerted effort into cleaning up his image, starting with the 2012 hiring of organizational guru Marcy Turk as chief operating officer of his radio channels.
Wait, this is him trying to clean up his image? All right, then. That's a strategy, I suppose. Let's see.
That meant fewer strippers and porn stars and more mainstream guests, and distancing himself from bits and comedians unbefitting of his politically correct image, including Gilbert Gottfried, Lisa Lampanelli, and former sidekick Artie Lange. To that end, Stern's meeting introduced a staff dress code and plans to literally unfurl red carpets for A-list guests. He also ordered staff to partake in questionable social media practices to attract guests.
Questionable social media practices. Like what?
How do we get the word out? Set up a fake Twitter account. Be 10 different people. I don't give a s, he said in front of a slide entitled "Everyone Create Fake Twitter Accounts."
Jesus Christ. So, as if you guys aren't already on your own social media, I want you guys to create a whole bunch of other fake social media. And then make that one, look not fake. So that means make lots of tweets from it. And then go and bother stars to come on my show. Those poor bastards.
When our core team says to you we want to get Lady Gaga on the show, we've got to bang on people's doors. They're forgetting about us, and I'm pissed.
They're forgetting about you. Well, maybe you should be forgotten about, dude. Maybe it's time for you to hang up your I really think he just needs to be forgotten.
YouTube video player for 4. Comments. You are currently on a text element inside of web content.
Oh,
to exit this web
quiet. All right, next story. Let's see. All right. Next story. So, second charged in March murder. Let's read about. Oh, this is. I know which story this is. Let's see. Pincalo. Sarah Fustra. Let's see. Hi.
Penny, I'm going to tell you the same thing Cog tells you. You can come in here and troll all you fucking want. You ain't going to get banned. It's too much fun.
The most that'll happen to you is you'll just start getting ignored.
Pretty much. And you're writing in all caps. Stop that.
That's what's gonna, and that's the mods aren't even gonna ban you for that. YouTube's just gonna do. You keep saying mods. I think that's YouTube, dude.
Denny, buddy. Like I just said, there's 5 of us. We don't care.
Yeah,
you don't drop doxes. We don't care.
Yeah, all my mods are.
We give no shits.
Are basically free speech advocates, unless you freaking drop doxes or just start, yeah. Good luck with that. Let's see here. All right. Prospero, you're here. Hi. All right, let's read about this murder. Second charged arrested in March murder. So I think we've read about this one back when it happened, but I'm sure the story will give us some background here. This is from Sunderland. This guy's from Sunderland of Britain. Let's see here.
A second man has been charged in the shooting death of a Port Perry area man last March. Alex Promoter, 22, of Sunderland, was discovered dead of gunshot wounds in rural Whitchurch, Stouffville in a church parking lot near 9th Line and Dorrar Road.
Very British-sounding town names and road names. Yes.
York Regional Police said that...
Oh, shit.
Alex.
Not British, Canadian.
York Regional Police said that Lamar Cyrus, 21, of Toronto, has been charged with second-degree murder. He's slated to appear in a Newmarket court on July 18.
Okay, but why did he shoot the bastard?
YouTube video. The shooting happened in another parking lot at Queensville Side Road in HWY 8 before Perlmutter was driven by a witness to where he was found, according to police.
A witness drove him there. Oh, that was nice. Here, I'll drive you somewhere. Oh, thank God, he's driving me to the hospital. Oh, no, just an abandoned church parking lot. Okay. Well, I'm fucked. Let's see.
Perlmutter, who had a toddler and a girlfriend, was a suspect in the theft of animals, a baby gibbon monkey, a black and white lemur, and a tortoise, last spring from the Elmvale Jungle Zoo.
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah, no, we did read about this in one of our Blind and Special streams. So there was a baby monkey, a baby tortoise, and a baby lemur stolen from a zoo. And the guy who stole it ended up dead.
Related links. Link. Meanwhile, the other suspect in the shooting, Lexi Alexander, 23, of Toronto, was arrested in May and charged with second-degree murder. He'll appear in a Newmarket court on July 19. Meanwhile, police are seeking a third suspect who's described as black and wearing a large chain. You are currently on it.
That's racist. They've actually told us the race of the guy. Oh my God. The police are committing human rights violations. No, that's actually good that they're doing that. He dates a blind chick, but I am weird. Hey, man. Oh, hello, a new person. Married a blind chick. Yep. 42. Yeah, you are the weird guy. You're obsessed with my blindness. It's kind of interesting.
YouTube video player 1. Comments.
One comment.
You are currently on a text element.
That's all?
Inside of web content.
Maybe one of these days I should click on the comments of these articles and just go and that might be an interesting thing to do one of these days. Just read some of the comments. Let's see. I think I've got one more story here. Let's do this first. Much better. Okay. So, Alabama fugitive who fed meth to pet attack squirrel named D's Nuts, charged with wildlife offense. I'm going to read that again. Alabama fugitive who fed meth to pet attack squirrel named D's Nuts, charged with wildlife offense. I said in the description we had some side splitters for you tonight. I wasn't wrong. Let's see. All right, this is an Associated Press article. Oh, this is from Athens, Alabama. All right.
Athens, Alabama. An Alabama man.
Alabama man.
Link. Accused of feeding methamphetamine to what authorities called an attack squirrel. Is being charged with a state wildlife offense.
The police called it an attack squirrel? I thought the meth head was calling it an attack squirrel. I'm sorry. I don't think I'd be able to keep a straight face if a police officer referred to something as an attack squirrel. I would just be giggling to myself in a corner. Oh, hello, Six. Today was a spoonful of hell but got through it. Oh, damn, man. I hate those days. I hate those days. Let's see here. Alabama X to doubt. What's the guy's name? Raphael. Maybe. Oh dear.
Frame. Court records show 35-year-old Mickey Gilpolk is now charged with illegal possession of wildlife. Polk hasn't denied having a pet squirrel, which is illegal under state law, but he has denied police allegations that he fed meth to the squirrel to make it aggressive. Officers encountered the animal during a raid at an apartment. Polk later told the Associated Press he had the squirrel since it was a baby and would never give it drugs. Frame. Limestone County Sheriff's officers arrested Polk last week following a chase in which he allegedly rammed an investigator's vehicle. He faces illegal gun possession and other charges.
So he rammed a vehicle. He has this pet squirrel that was super aggressive. Did anyone think of testing the squirrel for meth, or did they just assume that it was high? Let's see here. How do you train attack squirrels anyway? I don't know. Maybe you feed them like really good cashews or something.
These nuts. Link. Alabama fugitive arrested after car chase. Breaking. Mickey Polk has been arrested. LCSO narcotics investigators were conducting surveillance at America's Best Value Inn in Killen when Polk left on a stolen motorcycle. After a brief pursuit, Polk rammed an investigator vehicle and was arrested. Link. Pick. Limestone Sheriff at Limestone Coso. Link.
Okay, so this is a tweet.
Link. July 4th. Link. July 4th. Link. Host. The shortlist newsletter. The news everyone's talking about. Delivered straight to your inbox.
So basically he stole a bike, rammed a police cruiser, and then they found out he had a crazy ass squirrel in his apartment. Because, as one does, as one tends to do, just have random pet squirrels in your apartment. Let's see. Okay. This one I just found. I'm going to read tomorrow because I'm at the 2-minute or 1-minute warning here, and that one's going to be a long one. And it's a good one. And then we've got the Jeffrey Epstein story to cover tomorrow as well. So that is going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, for Coffee Stream 199. Be sure to come and watch. I do thank everyone for coming out and hanging out with me today. Sorry Pincalo couldn't join us for the whole thing, but like I said, he is exhaustified. Thanks for everyone for watching. Thanks for the likes. Welcome to the new subscriber. And remember, tomorrow at noon is the coffee stream. Summer schedule has us doing an hour a day instead of 2 hours. The 2-hour streams will resume in September. We will also have the 200th stream on Tuesday, and I will let you know what we're doing for that. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stories and the laughs. We all know we've also discovered that Denny loves blind people but won't treat them differently. Hope you'll have a new troll next time we see you, Denny. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.